Thank you for staying tuned. It's still the conversation here on Lagos Television. It's our pleasure to have a big guest in the house this morning. Joshua almost had an hypertension while trying to confirm whether or not she'll be here on the program today. But today, we're glad to have with us the Controller of Works here in Lagos State, Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, Engineer Olukorede Keisha. Thank you for being on the program this morning.
Good morning.
Right.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Okay. This is the first time we'll have her live in the studio this morning, and we'll try as much as possible to maximize the time we have with her today and squeeze out all the information that we need while she's here with us on the program today. But very quickly, Engineer Keisha, take us through the mandate of the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing here in Lagos State.
The mandate of the Federal Minister of Works through the Honorable Minister of Works is to make all federal highways in Lagos motorable. Not only motorable, to have a very comfort riding surface. That's the mandate. That's what we're sticking to.
Right. Joshua.
Okay, perhaps let's stick to what you've done so far, and that is the Third Mainland Bridge. I knew so much work went into that. While doing that, you noticed some challenges as well, especially the piles. But it's a beauty to drive through the Third Mainland Bridge now. But what I'm worried about is, are you bothered that as soon as you fixed it, you realized that there was another challenge? You have to fix the ancillary roads, you have to work on the piles. But what was the major challenge fixing the Third Mainland Bridge?
Major challenge, if I would say, is traffic management. Engineering-wise, infrastructural-wise, we were saddled with that responsibility. So it's no new thing to us, but it's the traffic management that God really helped us to handle well. That's just the major challenge.
So what have you done concretely with the Third Mainland Bridge?
Basically, we have, aesthetically, we have restored the smooth riding surface of that. You can bear witness to that. We're doing we're trying to restore the structural integrity of that bridge now. We're doing the underpile, we're working on the piers, we're working on the pile cap, we're working on the deck itself. You observe that when you transverse some length of Third Mainland Bridge, you see it's as if there's a depression, then you come up again. The slab there is actually deflecting. So we're trying to stop the further deflection of those slabs.
Right.
You understand? That is restoring the total integrity of Third Mainland Bridge.
You mean you have to shut down the bridge again?
No, we do not have to do that. We do that under the water. So we do all that under the water.
This morning, demystify this, with our viewers, that some are also of the opinion that fears that the Third Mainland Bridge may collapse.
No. No, there's nothing of such. This government is a responsible one. Even the past administration tried its best, and this one is taking it from where the last administration dropped it. We're working, just like I said, on all the elements, structural elements of that bridge to restore not the aesthetic aspect of it, but even the structural integrity, because that counts most. Most of the things we're doing now is something that naked eyes cannot actually see.
Okay.
You understand? We're under the water working. JB is working day and night under the water. We want to restore all the piers. There's some of the concrete elements in the water as a result of the sulfate and chloride attack on those concretes. They've chipped off, they've given way. So we're restoring all that, refixing the reinforcement, refixing just to restore that structural integrity.
Okay.
We've carried out a comprehensive analysis of the current status of the bridge, and then we're giving it the repairs each element deserves.
What do you say about the dredges and, of course, the other two bridges we have, the Ko and Kata bridges? What's happening with them?
Thank you for that question. The federal government, like I told you, is a responsive one. Instead of doing only Third Mainland Bridge, we awarded the three bridges: Third Mainland Bridge, Kata Bridge, and Edo Bridge. We're working simultaneously on those three bridges now. And then the dredgers, the Honorable Minister has stopped all dredging 10 kilometers away from the bridges. And that's why you see the activities are now minimized or stopped It has been halted. Before you see them dredging at around the Yanoworo, everywhere, nobody is dredging now. You have the Marine Police, you understand, putting surveillance on that bridge day and night.
Okay.
And they give me a daily report on the activities there.
Okay, I'm still going to stick with the Third Mainland Bridge. Again, you talked about the aesthetic nature of that bridge, especially at night. If you drive on that bridge, you will see the beauty of the Third Mainland Bridge. I'm concerned about maintenance culture, because we also do know that there are some bad elements who would also want to go on that bridge to either steal materials or do some certain bad or negative things there. Is there security on that bridge at night?
It will interest you to do that. No sooner than we handed over that road to the public, that people started vandalizing. We've caught a lot of people, the DPUs at Bariga, at Ifako, at Adeniji, they're on their toes. And they're in touch with me. The cat-eye lights that we put on the...
They've been removed.
Immediately that we left the place, they started unscrewing them. Even the guardrails, immediately we left, they started. The expansion joints, they wanted to. On Long Bridge, Lagos Shagam, somebody still went to court yesterday. They caught him overnight. He was cutting the expansion joint that had just been fixed, trying to cut it, and the DPO called us. They took him to court yesterday morning.
How bad is the work of vandalism? Because obviously some people still don't understand the ramification or the import of these little things that actually spoils the whole concept of
They are not little. It's these little things that, you understand, form the bigger thing that we all see or use. So when they vandalize them, they put the lives of everyone at risk.
Right.
Just like what happened at Ijora Causeway the other time. The bridge deck just suddenly collapsed.
Yes.
Suddenly collapsed. It could have been you, it could have been me, it could have been the governor, it could have been the minister or president plying that route at that time. What would have been the outcome?
So oftentimes or sometimes some of these roads do not give way because of their dilapidated nature. It could also be because of vandals.
Yes,
and so how
abuse.
important, are there awareness going on to ensure that the people take ownership of these projects?
If you've been following me up, you'll see that I've been an advocate of that. I've been saying that there must be conscious advocacy concerning public infrastructure. It belongs to, like I tell people, federal government does not stay in my house, does not stay in your house. But they provide infrastructure for all of us to use. So if you see something, say something so that we can do something. Somebody was driving and caught the guy on Lagos Shagam Expressway, caught him in the act, and then called the DPO, and the DPO swiftly responded, and he was caught. If that guy had driven away, that guy, maybe he would have taken the expansion joints away, and by next day, you people will be saying that Julius Berger did not do a good work, federal government, see what they just fixed. And then we'll have a lot of issues going on like that. So you are in the media, you join in the advocacy too. You understand? You help educate, and you are closer to the people at the grassroots, LTV. So help advocate this, help educate our people that this infrastructure belongs to all of us. All of us. Peradventure, we have some nuisance amongst us. Let's bring them out, and then let's expose them, and then let's deal with them, so that going forward they will know that that's not the route to go.
Let's bring it to the roads now. Before we come to the recent one, the Lagos Abeokuta.
One thing I want to add, sorry, before we go forward, on Third Mainland Bridge, we've had causes to call the contractor back now about 6 times.
Why?
I don't know. Overspeeding on that road, leading to spillage of petrol materials, leading to vehicles getting burnt on the road. And once vehicle get burnt on asphalt, the asphalt, you understand, will lose its potency.
Okay.
And then you start seeing failures occurring. So we've called that contractor back about 6 times to come and fix, come and overlay those sections again.
Please permit my layman sense here. I'm just going to ask, is it a no-no to put speed breakers on highways?
It's a no-no.
It's a no-no.
A no-no, because they are designed for high-speed limits.
So how do we ensure?
They are actually designed for high-speed limits.
Okay.
So our federal road minimum should be 100 kilometers. Minimum. And we even came down on Third Mainland Bridge, we said 80. So even at that, you still see people. And then you see people, their tire get busted, and then they still want to drive with the rim
On the road.
On the road.
Right.
And the process, you remove a whole chunk of the asphalt, and then you create a ditch there.
Some ditch on the
Yeah.
road.
And once water collects, it percolates under, and then it will just chip off, start chipping off. So it's because the contractor is still very much around. That's why it's easy
to keep calling.
Yes, to keep calling.
Okay, I think this is a clarity.
So, and the moment
yeah.
too, sorry, at the moment what is currently going on Third Mainland Bridge is we're doing a monitoring house. We're going to commission it. When we're going to do that, we'll call you.
Okay.
It's a big thing. We're doing a whole...
At the other end.
At the other end, yes, to monitor surveillance under the water, providing speedboats and everything,
Okay.
so that the marine police, yes.
Okay. Does this
And
extend
actually-
to, sorry Joshua, does this also extend to, what's the current state of the Lagos Ibadan Expressway, especially before Arikbo?
The road is okay. What we're trying to refix now is the expansion joints.
Okay, the expansion joints are what you're
yes,
trying to get done there. So
get
once that is done, that road will
How
be
long will
open.
this take?
Because we're trying to be careful, because it's the road that has just been done, and then we're redoing the expansion joint. We have to manually do it. That's why it looks as if it's taking a bit of a time. That expansion joint has been done about 2 times, even before now. So we're trying to make sure that this time around we do it very, very well. So we're going to be out of the place very soon. Then we'll be left with the pedestrian bridges, the underpasses, and then the overpasses.
Okay. Joshua, I need to hold your thoughts. We need to take a very short break and we'll be right back. The way she's sitting is affecting